Hey guys, thank you so much for stopping by. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Naledi Matamani. If you are a returning survey, thank you so much for coming back. Your support is greatly appreciated. Today's video is my hair tips for you guys for strong and healthy hair. Please note that genetics do play a pretty big role in hair growth. However, that does not mean that you cannot implement any hair techniques or hair tips to stimulate hair growth. Also, people's hair is different. You have low porosity hair or medium or high porosity hair, so please do research and find out what your hair type is. You can perform a porosity test to check out which products will work for you, because sometimes what might work for me might not work for you, so do keep that in mind. Without any further ado, let's get into the video. So I have split up today's tips into two parts: what to avoid and what not to avoid. Starting off with what to avoid, in no particular order, the first thing I have written down is heat. You want to avoid heat as much as possible. Last year being 2020, I think I only used heat twice during the entire year. So you definitely want to do that. Let me tell you guys a story. So I went to go braid my hair at this one lady, right? She braids so nicely, so neatly. So when I had relaxed hair, we didn't have any problems because, she would blow dry and blow dry away and I had no issues, But now that I'm natural, I know better. I know that I can't use too much heat on my hair. And they don't use heat protected. Even if they did, I still don't want heat on my hair like that. Okay, fine. So I get there, my hair was washed, my hair was detangled. I had it in twists just to make the braiding process easier for her. So I get there. Bear in mind, when I get there, there's this lady who is getting her hair blow dried. Guys, when I tell you they were blow drying her hair. Ha! Literally, guys, she was sitting like this. She was sitting like this and her hairline started from here. Can you imagine? So my hair lady pulls out a hair dryer with confidence. So I'm like to her, oh sorry, I'm not gonna use any heat today. She got so hacked. She got so offended. Yeah, she was angry, guys. Her mood switched like that. Her colleagues are looking at me like, how dare she? And I'm like, but it's my hair. It's my hair. It was so tense. No, tense, very tense in the saloon. But like, I'm the customer. If I don't want heat on my hair, then you need to respect that. The moral of the story is to avoid heat when you can. Also, communicate with your hairdresser. Tell them what you want and what you don't want. Obviously, you communicate these things with respect. Another tip I have for you guys is to avoid using shampoo all the time. Shampoo is not bad. However, you don't want to use it all the time because it really does strip your hair from all the moisture you tried to build in. Shampoo is good, don't get me wrong. When you want to wash your hair, when you want a clean scalp, when you have product buildup, then you definitely should use shampoo. Use a natural shampoo. Don't use shampoo that's going to be too harsh for your hair. But like on a normal everyday basis or on a weekly basis, I wouldn't say use shampoo all the time. Also, it depends on how much products you use on a daily basis. Another tip I have for you guys is to avoid hair dye. With me, my hair, after I dyed my hair brown recently, I think I dyed it 5 months ago or 4 months ago, my hair thinned so badly. I then had to re-dye black because I was tired of the brown. So that was like dyeing it twice in a matter of, I think, 2 to 3 months. I guess you can hair dye your hair, but just make sure that the time span between your dyeing isn't too close. To avoid pulling your hair too much, ask your hair lady or your hair man to be gentle with your edges and pulling on your hair. I always communicate with whoever's going to do my hair because I also have a pretty sensitive scalp, so I make sure that I communicate what I want. Another tip I have for you guys is to use the lock method. The L stands for liquid, the O stands for oil, and the C stands for cream. So if it is your wash day, then you won't have to apply any L because the water that's already in your hair would serve as your liquid. However, I guess if your hair does get dry as you are maybe busy with one section, if you're busy applying oil or cream and it just feels dry, I guess you can just spray some water before you do apply your oil and your cream. Going into the next tip, this has helped me so much, and that is castor oil. I can literally feel my hair gain back its strength and it's getting way thicker as well. So castor oil is your friend. You want to invest in castor oil. I use the normal castor oil, but I do put peppermint because I cannot stand the smell of castor oil. It just brings back childhood memories. If you know, you know what I'm talking about. I can't. It literally makes my blood escape. My blood just runs away. Let me know if you feel the same way. If you also can't stand the smell of castor oil, or maybe if you can, I can say if you, let me know in the comment section below. But I use peppermint oil because number one, it makes it smell better. Number two, peppermint oil also has some hair growth properties. So why not? You can use Jamaican castor oil if you want to. Remember, these are my hair tips. I haven't used it this far, so I'm not saying I'll never ever use it. I just haven't tried it out, but you can definitely try it. I'm sure it does the same thing. Another tip I have for you guys is to perform treatments. So let's say in a month, I would normally perform 2 types of treatments. Maybe in the first week, I would do a rice water treatment, and during the second last week, I would perform a store-bought treatment. I use the Afro Botanics treatment. It's in the black and green tub. Another thing that you want to do is to retain moisture. So to do this, I would strongly advise you to apply moisture, I think every 2 to 3 days, depending on how dry your hair is. And you can do so by spraying some hair juice, or you can even just spray some water, or you can add some oil to your water just to maintain the moisture. Because if your hair is dry, your hair is gonna break, and if it breaks, you won't be able to retain any moisture. Guys, you want to keep your hair braided almost all the time. 90% of the time my hair is braided. Nothing fancy. I just braid my hair in threes. I don't use twists because I feel that they don't really stretch out my hair as much as threes do. So I would just section my hair into 4 sections or 8, and then I just braid my hair. If I'm wearing a wig, then I will maybe section it into smaller sections so that my wig can lay flat. But definitely do braid your hair when you go to sleep or when you're just chilling in the house, because that really does help. And that brings me to our last tip. When you do go to bed, you want to use a satin material to cover your pillowcase, whether that's using a satin gown or a satin pillowcase. You can even wrap your head with a satin scarf, or you can use a satin bonnet to go to bed. It doesn't have to be satin, but go for that kind of consistency, that kind of material over cotton or anything like that, because that's going to break your hair and you won't be able to retain any length. That brings me to the end of our video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you did find this video helpful, do give it a thumbs up, and if you have any other hair tips to add, do comment down below. If you haven't subscribed already, do so please, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.